Mandatory payout in the Rainbow Six on Saturday, races 8 through 13. Brian, expecting maybe $4 million in that pool.
Yeah, provided it's unhit, it's going to be a massive, massive pool. It's a tough 6-race sequence, Ron. There's a lot of depth. There's a lot of competition in these races. You know, mid to 4-1 kind of morning line favorites in some of these races. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, let's go. We'll run through them as we see them here. In the first race, of course, will be race number 8, and it's a 7-furlong maiden claimer. And I know you have some interest in that first-time starter, Our Disaster.
Yeah, the redraw of this race puts this horse on the rail. It's not ideal for a first-time starter, but you look at the connections. It's Safi, Edgard's Eyes, Averill Racing. Very, very strong works as well, debuting at a level where, you know, she should be a big, big factor on. And I think she's going to be very live on the board, too.
I went with the 3 big bouquet of roses. You know, just on the drop, you look at David Forks. He's a 3 for 6 when the horses go maiden special weight to maiden claimer, 50%. Of course, that is with a $9.80 return investment. Love the work that he does. I think he puts the 3 in the perfect spot. Did use your horse on the ticket, too. As I put my ticket together, you'll see it at the end. Race number 9 is going to be a 5.5 furlong Tapeta race, and an interesting race. And I think you got a long shot in here with the 4 Amapepa.
Yeah, I think there's a couple spread races in this sequence. This, to me, is one of them. 15-1 on the morning line. The last time he was on Tapeta, he was in for 16. So this is a drop. I know that was just against 3-year-olds, but Gibran is pretty good. I'm going to take a stab here, Ron, in a race where I do feel like you can spread deep in here.
I agree 100% as far as spreading, but I did end up on the number 3 horse. And when you look 2 starts back, this horse broke sharply. Last time broke slow. I think it cost him the race. So through Awesome winning, but you're absolutely right. Different ways you can go in there. Maybe even take a look at the number 10 horse on the outside. So one of those wide open affairs in here. Let's go to the race 10. Now we're going to stretch it out to that 1 turn mile on the main track here. And I think it's an interesting race in here, Brian. You went with the number 5 Holiday Fantasy.
This is my best bet. Really, really improved off the claim for Sandino Hernandez. I like the post here. Going to be outside of the 2 Boldness, I would think, or maybe just gets clear on the lead. I know you can talk about Boldness, who definitely had a trip when my top pick beat him last time.
Yeah, I just thought Holiday Fantasy had everything its own way and still wasn't able to win in there. Got beat to land. The Boldness was, you know, right there. He broke from the rail. He was coming up and made the turn. The Apprentice, I think, sort of drifted out in the stretch. You get a major jock switch today to Edwin Gonzalez. So a Boldness, but would I not use the 5? Absolutely got to use the 5 Holiday Fantasy in that race. Race number 11 is going to be 1.16 on the Tapeta. And you know, you got a horse in here that's a big price, and that is the number 6 Tis the Coast, I believe.
You know, this is the other race. Mr. Bryce will be a very short favorite. I get it. But Tis the Coast, the last time he was on Tapeta, albeit with a different trainer, ran very well to be necked out on the line, Ron, with a good figure as well. I'm going to take a stab at a price. Barn has been winning a couple races of late, too. Let's just take a shot in what I think could be maybe more wide open than the odds say.
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys out there some homework. I want you to go back and look at the trip of the number 3 Gemstone Warrior. This horse had trouble at the start, almost broke last in the race. One other horse was behind him. He's going up and coming into and out of the first turn, completely gets shut off. Jock's got to put the brakes on, goes outside, and still was able to win. 48 to win. 2 next out winners in that race. One of them, Kuwait Town, is in this race. So I just thought if you're looking for a price, like I said, a big, big trip horse for me in race number 11. Race 12 is the Wildcat Red. And Brian, the black belt, you and I in agreement here.
Yeah, I don't like the redraw where he's down on the inside. He was outside last week, but this is a horse. I just kind of feel, Ron, he's better than this group. You know, getting back to Gulfstream, he's run well at 1 turn. Throw the grade 2 in New Orleans out. He was in too tough there. His best race, 7 for 17 on the main track here, too.
Yeah, I believe he was tilting windmills last time at the fairgrounds, and now a 7-time local winner. I'm in total agreement with you. Did I single it? No. So we'll go to race. You know why? I think Shaq Diesel has a big shot in there.
He's the main danger, I think.
Then race number 13 is our co-feature event, and it's the Powder Break. And I know you got a horse in here that you like, and I have too. So we'll go with Jan's Girl first, horse that you like.
Tricky race because this was originally on turf. We're just on a little break now. We're going to run on Tapeta. Who's got Tapeta form? Well, some of them don't. The 8 Jan's Girl does. Was chasing a really nice horse in the stakes during the championship meet, Sand and Sea. She's holding her own. I think she's better than this group on Tapeta. They have to get up to her.
Well, Wide West was my long shot last week when it
Same.
was on the turf, and this horse is just speed. This horse has good Tapeta form. You look, 4 starts, 2 wins, ran exceptionally well against some really nice horses that handicap last time out. So here's the thing, stretching out, I see this horse as a speed play, and I like the fact that this is a daughter of Fankel. So this horse is bred for the distance. So that's what I'm going. That's my speed play in the last 86.40 for me. What was your ticket?
Yeah, I'm a little bit over 100. It's a type of sequence where I think you can spend some money. We're both going typically over what we normally do, but the pool's going to be massive. Strongly advised getting involved and maybe taking a few rubber bands off that bankroll.
Yeah, a couple of races are just head scratches,
Yeah.
but that's the beauty of this Rainbow Six, and you figured out you're going to get paid handsomely. That's Saturday, races 8 through 13.